Hello, everyone. Welcome to whatever chaotic stream this is going to be. I'm gonna stop. Wait, look, I waved way longer than I should have. My lovely co-host, and Barrett will be joining us as soon as he gets off the phone with the man, as you see in the comment section. But Gwynna, if you would like to tell everyone about yourself.
Hi, I'm Gwynna of Gwynna the Winna. You can find me anywhere with that handle. I will be launching my Kindle Vella starting in July, along with all the rest of my socials. So if you would like to follow my journey to becoming a hybrid publisher, you can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube or follow my Insta. I will be launching it all there. Nia.
Awesome. I'm excited because I'm watching everybody's journey because I'm trying to learn to do all of the things like all of the cool people. You guys are the cool people. I'm Nia the Vixen of Fiction here on YouTube. I'm also on Twitch and Instagram, and I have a KoFi. I write historical fiction, sci-fi, fantasy with genre mixing of romance and supernatural and all of the things because I love it all. And I want to write it all. And I also read it all. So I make up some book content. I also love adaptations. So I host Scripting the Book, which is super fun. We are going to do Clueless and Emma next month. I'm so excited. If you know them, have watched them, seen them, read the book for Emma, and you want to join, let us know. We'd be happy to have you. I also host Author Tubers React, which we have some fun topics that we're gonna, and some sometimes not so fun topics. So we'll be reacting to all the things in the writer and bookish community, hot topics, unpopular opinions, and just fun, crazy, random chat that we do. And at the end of the month, we host a writer's wrap up, so you can join us for that. And we love to promote people. So if you have a book or something that you're getting ready to do and you want to join the writer's wrap up, let me know because we will promote you.
Hey, Shay. Oh, I'm JC.
Hey!
I'm JC Carpenter, and I do lots of things. Blogs, masterclass videos, which I haven't done one in a while, and yeah, I do the things. That's all I got. Look, I really need to work. I'm going to write out an intro one of these days. I really am, because it's embarrassing. Cool game.
When I worked a corporate job, we had a label maker, and we would put our phone intro and just label make it right over our computers.
Oh, Bethany. Oh my gosh, Bethany's book tracker is amazing. Y'all need to get it because it's really great. I'm like, wait, she surprised me at every turn. I'm like, why is that happening? Let's see. Ooh, what are you guys reading? Oh, and Emma. Now you gave me an excuse to read Emma. Because I love Clueless, but I've never read Emma.
Yeah. Just I try to tell everybody, if you read Jane Austen, remember she was writing back in the late 1700s. So the language sometimes can take you a minute to, like, it feels a little old fashioned. I read them constantly, so it doesn't feel that way to me, but you'll get it.
I've read Jane Austen. I've read I've read it a long time ago, so I probably need to read it again. But Pride and Prejudice, which is a long book, but I don't really remember any of it because it was mandatory reading, and I didn't want to read it when I read it.
We didn't have that as mandatory reading. The ones that I did, we did have as mandatory reading. I'm not a fan of them, and I think it's because I love to read, but I had a hard time reading, so I like to spend my time reading things that I enjoyed, and the mandatory reading was mostly not fun. And I was like,
y'all actually read your required reading?
Of course.
I
had straight A's in my English class. I was not losing that A.
Yeah, straight A's.
The only class I could guarantee an A because I was just really good at English. So no, I wasn't losing that A.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to take a hit on a grade point, I was taking that hit in math or science.
Yes,
but
math.
I needed that as close to 100 all across the board in my Englishes and histories.
But y'all went through high school and like college and stuff before Cliff Notes.
I didn't like Cliff. I mean, I didn't read. I
Cliff
didn't do the
Notes
Cliff Notes
didn't do it for me. No, I don't think I ever
Really?
tried Cliff Notes. I made my own notes.
because it never gave me the full accurate. Like I would read
I
the Cliff
always
Notes after I read the book, and I'm like, it's so much it missed.
Yeah,
So
I
I
always
just
felt like everyone who would read Cliff Notes, if they did a report, the teacher would know. I would just feel like that. I'm like, she would know because
and mine
that's
usually
not
did know.
saying that what I read.
My
Mine
teachers never
usually.
figured it out. Yeah, no,
But
I made straight
I'm
A's.
not sure that I'm not sure that's a good thing. That's a little scary.
I'm a chaotic kind of person. You'd think I'd read the required reading, but I really did not.
Oh, that's
One
good.
of the books that was that they made us read when I don't know if I was a junior or a senior, and I was surprised that I actually liked it. Of Mice and Men. It's a really short, quick book, but I loved it. Have you ever read it, Nia or Gwynna?
I have read
I
it
did.
of Mice and Men.
That
I
one I
loved
read.
that book, and then they
So
made it. Look,
fine.
that's an adaptation you could do.
Fine.
They
Oh,
made a
yeah.
movie of that too, and
I
Yeah.
didn't care for
you didn't
Which
care
one
for
did
it.
you not care
I
for?
didn't care for it. But I don't like a lot of
Steinbeck.
listen, I'm a big sci-fi fantasy fan, you know?
Yeah,
So
same.
if it doesn't have like big world building and like dragons everywhere, I'm gonna lose interest.
Yeah. I started out, the first book that I fell in love with was The Lion
Hey,
and the
how old
Sea.
is
My
that?
bad, Shay.
So I'll let you know what my
Thank
expectations
you.
were. But
Thank you. Oh yes, when that part, you know what part, Nick? I'm sure you know what part. That it made me cry. It made me mad. It just, I just, and seeing it in the movie version didn't make it any better. But I love the message. I guess is the the story behind it.
Mhm.
Teachers were
See, that's
sneaky.
the
They
way to
made us
do it.
read out loud in class. Yup, that too.
That's the way to do it. I'm telling you, make sure everybody gets that reading in. But there were two in particular that they spent a lot of time on that I just did not like, and so those are the ones that most of them were I was neutral on, or I liked them, but they weren't books that or play. Sometimes we read plays. They weren't things that I would have naturally have picked up. But I'm like, I read them. I'm like, okay, this is okay. I can do a full report on them. But it wasn't. There was no fantasy. There were no dragons,
I
and
hated Beowulf.
I did not like
Beowulf.
Beowulf because it was
No one likes
difficult.
Beowulf.
When I had a teacher who we did some type of a play / reenactment where we would stand up and read it in front of the class, but she made it fun. So like once I understood it, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, but I didn't enjoy like physically reading it though. But that one Beowulf was also kind of a neutral for me.
Nick, no, Gwynna had asked if we had ever heard of the Cliff Notes. That's what she was talking.
I'm
I
okay.
think
We were
Shay was
just
referring
talking
to.
about Atari being before my time, apparently. So
I mean, well, Atari did. Yeah, Atari is before your time.
you know, so
Yeah,
Doesn't mean you don't know how to play it, but it
yeah.
came out a long time ago.
I'm thinking one of the books that we spent a lot of time on that I didn't enjoy when we were reading it. I'm thinking about reading it again because so many people said that how good it is. I'm going to say it now only because I'm going to give it another chance. And that's like The Great Gatsby. I'm like, I don't get it. I didn't enjoy it. And so many people are like, but we loved it. And other people are like, no. I'm like, I'm with it now.
Funny is,
But
I read it in high
in
school, but I don't remember.
I just remember I didn't like it. I just didn't like it.
I love the movie adaptations of The Great Gatsby. I don't think there's been an adaptation of The Great Gatsby that I haven't enjoyed. Typically, it attracts, I don't know, just like brilliant screenwriting for a story, but the actual book made me want to gouge my eyes out. I was like, what is this main character? I don't connect with this person. Who are these characters? This kind of like rich lifestyle fantasy. I don't know. Maybe I'm too poor for this.
I'm scared to read it again because I'm like, I don't think I was really taking it in when I first read it because, again, required reading. And I read it so that I could do the report. And then I kind of just let it fall out of my memory. But when someone told me the story, I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. Why didn't I retain that? And I haven't seen the movie. or any of the movie adaptations, to be honest. So I have no idea what the movie looks like. So I'm curious and kind of want to
There's one with Leo DiCaprio, and that was just, you gotta love DiCaprio.
I love Leo DiCaprio in anything.
Yeah,
Even when Rose is pushing him off the door, talking about "I'll never let you go." Damn it, Rose.
Yes, you did. Anyway. Sorry, but she did.
I will never forgive her. Never.
That was some built-up resentment. That came from your heart, like deep in.
When I watched that movie, I was so heartbroken when she let him go. Talking about "I'll never let you go," and like 2 seconds later, she lets him go. I'm like, what? Didn't you just say you would never let him go?
More than just let him go. I mean, she like broke him off the thing and made sure. I'm like, Lord,
could have switched out some like trade places or something. Like, how do you know? You can't. Can we get Leo back and not Rose? I mean, that wasn't even Jack. I'm sorry, Jack was his name in the movie. He's Leo. Leo is great in everything.
I think what we could really use is a story about the ships that came to save the Titanic. Because I don't know if y'all know this, but like when you actually look at the ships and the time they made between receiving the Titanic signal and when they got to those survivors, like it was insane, like a miracle anyone survived from the Titanic at all. Like they should not have been able to hit the speeds that they hit and cross the distance that they did to get to those survivors. Like what they had to go through to save a couple people, anyone that they could. Insane.
Okay, and now I'm wait, why have I never thought about that before? As obsessed as I was with the Titanic, I didn't even think about looking into that.
Yeah, they made a
research project.
Like some of the people survived. Like I like the unsinkable Molly Brown, things like that. Just to get other perspectives of the stories.
Have not read that. Probably should put it on the list. I don't even know if I've heard of that.
I've heard of it. I can't remember the plot off the top of my head.
I feel like all of my high school and college reads are a big blur aside. Okay, now the book in college that I didn't read it until college, and maybe I should have read it before then, but it was a hard read, and I don't think I'll ever read it again. Beloved, and I know it's a good book. I know everyone raves about it, but it is so hard read that book. It was really hard. And
you said, and I get chills. That one was whew. But yeah, I feel like everyone should read it though.
Definitely agree. Everyone should read it, but it's tough.
It's hard to. It's emotionally tough.
Yeah, I had a rough time getting through that, and I had to read it because I needed the grade. But oh my gosh, what? Okay, I'm sorry. Got distracted for a second there. I'm sorry, but yeah, it was a really. I was like, why you make us read this book? My teacher was like, because y'all need to read this book because y'all should have read it in high school, which could be true. But I don't know. But everybody better read it before they ban it.
Listen. You're going to get us started early tonight.
Oh, darn. That's not even the topic for tonight. I don't know why they're banning, but like that would just make me want to read it more if you ban a book. Yeah. Tell me I can't read something is the best way to make sure I go read it.
Yeah, I saw a clip of LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow. I think it was on Instagram, and he's like, "Read the books that they're banning; those are the good ones." That's
he was on The View when he said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm like, yep. Go read that.
Right.
Hello. Off with the man. The man had let you go.
Yes. How about that?
Crime and Punishment. I have not read that. Don't judge me. It's on my shelf, though. It's on my bookshelf.
I just want to go back to the text I sent you that distracted you, which was you've never heard of the unsinkable Molly Brown?
What made you ask me that? I have heard of it.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
When did I say?
I did not hear of that. I
Did
thought
I
that's
say
what
I
you
had
said.
it? No,
I
the
don't know.
glass
I was on.
Yeah, I think she's in the Glass Menagerie was the one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's the
Okay.
one I
was
had
like,
never heard of.
I was
didn't
in the
even see.
Zoom
I
and
missed
heard
that
Unthinkable
comment.
Molly Brown. Then you said that, and I was like, what?
My author
I love that.
Band book hopeful. Ah!
I love that.
Yeah. Same.
Okay. So Barrett, how has your day been? And tell our lovely folks about you, since you didn't have a chance to intro yourself.
Yes. Well, hi everybody. Sorry to be late with these lovely ladies. I was finishing up the day gig. My day has been shit. But it's looking up now because I'm here and I'm ready to write. So my name is Laurie. Over on my channel, I talk about my journey to traditional publishing. I write stories about ordinary queer kids living extraordinary lives. I host Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month. This month, we are asking folks to submit their nonfiction stories about their worst dating experience. Stephanie and I both wrote pieces for this, and we're sharing ours. And so we're encouraging some of you to come and share your pain, share our pain and share your pain so we can all share together. I'm also Nia probably said I'm 1/4 of AuthorTubers React, which is next Saturday, or Saturday after this Saturday. And I'm here on Wednesdays with Tiffany on Thursdays, who is on her way now. And that's it. That's me. Hi. Sorry to be late.
Is that it?
Yes.
Oh, and he has a really great vlog that just came out today, which is pinned at the top of this comment stream. And we will get into talking about multi hyphenates later on, and multiple streams of income as a creative and all that good jazz, because
including day jobs. Including day jobs. That counts. Day jobs and marriage in my income streams.
on that.
I'm not married, so I don't know about that stream.
I had a whole section that was like, it's because my husband.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
So
the banning books thing, that could be a whole topic too, because I have thoughts.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I almost want to be like, ban my book, because as Shay said, the future banned book. Hold up. Future. Oh my God, I forgot just that quick. I'm getting old. I am a year older. Yeah. Future banned book hopeful. There you go. They banned a book by Bakari Sellers, and I think it said I forget the title of the book, Just Like Me or something like that. And I'm like, really? That's the book y'all want to ban? That's the hill y'all want to die on? Okay. That's not the time.
I don't get it. And the thing is, it just takes one person to rant and complain, and people don't even read it or looking to see it. They just sign up and like, yeah, we're gonna ban that
petition to ban this book that we haven't even looked at.
You don't even know what it is. Did you read it? It's like
no,
they didn't.
Most of the people I see banning books do not look like the reading type.
Right?
They just don't.
Now, how about the Diary of Anne Frank being on a banned book list? That too. I was like,
how about Mouse? As the graphic novel Mouse.
Yes, right. I'm like, really though.
And what scares me about stuff like that though is when you start erasing that, then you start opening up a possibility for something like that to come back again, and that's terrifying. There needs to be a strong line in the sand.
The guy in the White House, I'm sure, was on his way. That's who he idolized. He idolized that person from the Holocaust.
White supremacists stick together.
Okay. Time for a
sprint. I was saying deep. I just got here.
Always.
Hi, everybody.
All right. Barrett brought the deepness. We're going to use Laura Nettle's new timer.
Yes, that's exactly what we need.
That picture is gorgeous.
I know, right? Okay. Yeah. So everybody, we didn't even get to talk about what we're working on, but we'll talk about it when we come back. And in 3, 2, 1, happy writing, everyone. Okay. Just wondering if Barrett was talking to himself. Okay. All right. How did everyone do?
I just looked to make sure that wasn't me because I was watching Barrett's video. I finished Jenna's
Right.
and now I'm watching Barrett's.
And Barrett is talking to himself, or
Maybe
Is he on
recording a
call?
video.
he might be recording a video.
Oh.
Okay. That might be it. So how did you
He
guys
is
do?
legit ignoring us.
Right?
I know, right?
Oh. Does he know he's muted?
Does he know his camera's on?
Oh, he might not know his camera's on because I don't think he would be.
This is going to be great to look back on.
It is. There's always something in these streams.
He stayed in his chair. We're proud of him.
Oh, is he? Are you back, Barrett?
Yes.
Did you know? Were you recording a video?
No, I was reading my story. Like reading.
Oh, okay. Because we was like,
yeah, I muted.
Does he know the camera's on? Or
Oh no. I probably no, I did.
okay.
I mean, I did. I was underneath the thingy, but I had muted you all. So
No, because we saw you talking to yourself, but then we was like, well, maybe he's recording a video. But then does he know the camera's on and we can see him talking?
No. I was working on No. I was just working on no. I was trying to get some work done on this.
I got you.
It's one of those things where like, does anybody else do that? Where like it's sound, if you hear what you write, you can sometimes catch stuff or something's like, oh, that doesn't sound right, or like. So no, it was that.
Barrett, I not only read what I write, but I act it out. I will get up and
It looked like he was doing that too, though. It looked like he started to get a little animated.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
There's this app called Edit Out Loud that you can upload your manuscript to, and it will actually read it out to you.
Really?
Well, what's it called?
Edit Out Loud. It's like 99 cents a month.
We had a few people come in. Oh Lord, if I can go back. Hi, Morgan. Jenna's here. Look, Gwynna's here, and now she's wrenched. Look, and now she's wrenched. Did we? I don't know if we said hi to Nick.
I'm working on the story.
And someone else just came in. Okay, Victoria. And Eva came in.
Eva, I have a text from you, but I was working today. It was long. So I was like, I'm going to answer this after work. And I'm here. So as soon as I'm done with this, I will text you back. Uh-oh.
Are we taking over?
Yeah.
We're about to take
There she is.
Man, I thought I had escaped the internet demons. No such luck. Okay, so well, first, what did everyone work on? Because I didn't get a chance to. I didn't ask what you guys were working on.
I got 3 things done. I finished watching Barrett's newest video. I uploaded 2 query replies to my query tracker, and I reread episode 2. Neither of them were yeses, Barrett. Don't get excited. But it had some feedback. They were like personalized responses, which is becoming the habit now.
I love those.
And I'm so grateful for you putting it in query tracker, because that's how we know like how fast they respond and stuff like that. So like, thank you for doing that. And go the extra step if you're querying, and do that, please, because it helps everybody who queries them.
And if you don't have your own personal Excel sheet of how to track your queries, I will send you mine. So
I may have you send me yours just to see if it's better than mine, and then I'll just adopt you. You should sell it.
Oh, there we go. Talking about multi-hyphenated income. Yeah.
But no, I'm glad you're doing it, because I think that's wonderful, and it will help somebody else when they're going to look. They'll be like, how long did it take them? Oh, personalized feedback. Like, I would be more inclined to query somebody that gives personalized feedback.
Oh yeah.
Myself.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Nia. Sorry. Go ahead, Gwynna.
I'm gonna try. The dogs are having a conversation, but the other dog is 3 houses down. but Loki
So
can
it's
hear them, and
on
they're just
this.
it's the Dalmatians doing. Remember the what is the
Yes.
dogs?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh. Okay, no,
Aw.
Gwynna, sorry, I cut you off anyway.
Just to reply to the comments, yes, I will add it to my Ko-Fi if that is something that you guys are interested in.
Yes, you should totally.
Yeah, I'll probably do that in July when I launch everything. And then I also finished rereading episode 2 of my serialization just so I can start working on episode 3 on our next sprint. Yeah.
Yes.
What about you guys?
You're dealing with the dogs? Go for it,
Yes.
JC. What'd you work on?
Oh, I actually did not do a lot during that sprint. I jotted down a couple of things and then I got distracted by something in the house, and and now I'm distracted by my internet, which seems like it doesn't want to act right.
It's back now. You're good.
Yeah, now, but it froze really bad just a second ago. I don't think y'all noticed, but that's okay.
Oh, I didn't.
What did you, well, Barrett, you worked on your story.
I did my story. I answered a few. I had a couple of signal messages I answered, and then I did a few IG answers, and then hopped in the chat to answer your question.
Yes, speaking of, yeah, I know. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
She was late because she was watching your video. Question 1: are you hosting or planning to attend Worldwide Write-a-thon this weekend? Words are hard. Nick said he's on with Barrett at the ungodly hour.
Mm-hmm.
I can't
First
even
crack
say it.
First crack of a sparrow is what Colin calls it. So it's a British saying. I don't know.
My husband is staying over at his cousin's house that Saturday night, so I can get up at 6 a.m. without interrupting his sleep.
Oh,
ding!
Wow.
Ricky does not have that luxury. I'm going to wake him up at 4:30 our time and be like, "Good morning."
Is there a link to all? There should be, right? Do you?
Wait,
They'll
for
make
what?
one. I think if they haven't made one yet, they're gonna make a.
Oh,
they
for the
used to make a
playlist?
link.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's in the description box of the videos, right? Because like I copied mine from Nia's, and I think Nia's had it.
Okay.
Oh, maybe they do have it already. Yeah, I did my stuff like as soon as everything was ready. I think there might have only been like two videos on there when I did mine. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know
I
Nia's
just like
video
to
has it because I stole the links for the playlist from Nia's description box. So I know it works.
Question for the hosts of Worldwide Write-a-thon. I know it's Worldwide Write-a-thon, but is there going to be any social sprints or anything for Juneteenth, which will be on that day?
That was a great question I had. I don't really know. So
Nothing
I was
so
just
far.
going to chat about it.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like the right person. Like it doesn't, obviously I don't think I'm the one.
Well, aren't there social streams on both days?
Yes.
But I think Gwynna was just saying, like, are any of the social streams going to like acknowledge Juneteenth?
Oh, specifically for
acknowledge, yes. I think like go into a deep dive discussion. I hope someone will. I don't know. So,
yeah, I don't
but
know
no,
either.
I didn't even notice it until I was looking at the calendar this week and was like, oh wow.
Esther said she's planning to attend, had intentions to co-host, but
yeah.
Huh? Okay, hold on.
Today's 15th. Sorry, Esther. We'll be right back. We're closing another thought.
Yeah, is there awesome
that night?
If we could maybe link to it in you guys' description boxes.
I will, and I'll share it in the. I'll share it and pin it in the discussion, or in the chat of my stream.
Yeah, I probably will too.
Well,
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I will get the link from you, Shay, or go find it. So,
that's the playlist right there.
Perfect. Thank you, Morgan.
And the social sprints.
Thank you, Morgan.
Morgan.
I am hosting the last productivity sprint.
Oh, Father's Day is also Sunday.
Yes, Father's Day is also Sunday. So my kids will be in my Yeah, I'm on Natalie's in the morning. I don't know why I thought Father's Day was on the 12th. So I was like, oh, no problem. And I'm like, oh no, it's on. Like it's weird to me, but it makes sense because I think it's the third Sunday. So I guess it makes sense that that's when it would be. But I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like doubled up holiday. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just
Well,
weird.
I hope you will.
But
I hope you will.
Um,
Okay, sorry I stepped on your starred comments, JC.
You're fine. Jenna says planning to write on Barrett's and Richard's dreams, and then the party stream.
So early, we'll see you there.
Barrett is hosting the ungodly hour of 6 a.m. A lot of Desiree, Nixie, Colin, Inuel, Gwynna the winner, and yes, the crack of the sparrow's fart. Really,
I didn't even ask. Yeah, I didn't even try this. There were some friends I didn't ask. I was just like, nope. I know they will say no to me because it is too early in the morning.
Yeah, Barrett. Yeah.
Morgan said, I'm hosting a productivity stream and co-hosting another one, but she forgets which one.
Oh, bless. I love. Oh, we're the closing, Morgan. You and SD Houston and I are joining Jess for the closing ceremony. I saw it on the show.
Yeah.
After Barrett's stream, I'm also joining another awesome stream on Morgan Lee's channel. Sunday, 19th, 8 a.m. That's still
What is the closing screen and the party? Like they're two different things? Like how long is this?
I think they're meshed. I think they're the same this year. I'm a little confused. I gotta go back and check.
Yeah,
there's
because
party and a closing stream.
Apparently I'm on the list for the after party. But I don't know. Does that mean that I'm actually doing it or on it? I don't know. I guess I'll find out if links are sent my way.
I feel like we pooed on Esther's comment. Can we go back to that one? We were on it, and then I said something. Here it is. Oh, wait, do I have the power to do things in here, or did you do that?
Huh?
Do I have? Okay, no, I don't. Never mind. Sorry, I got excited.
You don't because you're never here. Never here on time to show me how to do that.
Earning a living.
I know. Got to do what pays the bills. Sadly, I know.
Okay.
9210. I had intentions to co-host, but I was and still are apprehensive since I haven't shown my face in such a long time. Esther.
And listen, you do not show your face.
Esther, you're beautiful. So,
and now that I know this, Esther, but if you're interested, I'm hosting a Writer Town stream with JC. Come be with us, and you don't have to show your face. Nick's joining us, and I don't think Nick's going to be camera on. So
Nia did. Nia did. How long did you do Nia without showing?
Yeah. How long were you?
First 3 years on YouTube. So I came on to YouTube and was posting videos since 2017, and nobody knew who I was. So if I popped into somebody's chat or whatever, or left a comment, nobody knew who I was. And I was just making my own content, doing my own thing.
Oh no, we knew who the Vixen of Fiction was. We knew your avatar because your avatar is just so beautiful. So it was always like, whose avatar is that? It's beautifully drawn. And then to find out you drew it yourself.
I know.
Wait, you drew it yourself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
And then I added
holy cow, I never knew that. Look at you. You have so many facets to your talent.
I know.
That's insane.
Trying to talk to her about drawing me a book cover.
It depends on what kind of book cover you want, because there's a style that I'm happy with that I will do, but some of them, I was watching Barrett's video, and yes to this, because when I was looking for stuff, because I do mock ones just for fun for all of my stuff, finding a Black woman,
talking about it.
Like
yeah,
like
totally.
I took one and was trying to like edit it to make it look like something that I could use. I'm like, they're just not a lot, but look at all, I know
for
all
my
these other people with lots of
poetry book, I just want a picture of I want a black and white picture, but it didn't have to be black and white, but I just want a picture of a woman with a sad look to her, but not not like depressed, sad, but just I don't. The title of the poetry book is "To Love with Sorrow." That's the title of the book. So I just kind of wanted something to fit the sorrowful notes of the. Yeah, I could show you a picture of what I found that's close to what I'm looking for, but not exactly. And yeah, if I could draw, it would be great. But I can't even draw a stick figure.
The picture that I put up on my Instagram, I drew that. And if you go back to like the way first things, because I thought I was going to have an art channel, I had no idea what I was going to do. So if you go way, way, way back to the beginning, you can see a little sample of some of the characters that I drew and some cartoonish type pictures that I drew and a map. So, and I was like, no, I need to learn how to write. So scrap all that.
Hi, Tiff.
But when we go back,
tried to come in my professional look.
I know.
Oh, I love you.
When we go backstage later, JC, I'll show you some of the things that I would be willing to do, because otherwise I don't feel like I'm not a professional. Okay. Basically, that's what I say. I'm not a professional. So I know. And Barrett's just talking about being multifaceted. I'm like, I can't sell this. I can't sell that.
Yes, you can.
Do it.
I do want to say, I don't have the link now, and I've been trying to find it. But there is a free web program. It takes up like a lot of your internet, but
no.
I'd be willing to take those pictures. I don't even know what I came in on, but I'm taking them.
I was telling Mia that because I want an illustrated photo. I want an illustrated picture for my poetry book cover. So I wanted someone that could draw, and I wanted to be a picture of a woman kind of with the sorrowful look to her. I don't know. I could show y'all the picture later, like backstage, of what kind of I found that's close to what I want. But yeah, I can't be the model for that. No.
Why not?
Because that's not the look I'm going for my cover.
But you just said a woman looking so
I don't know. I don't even like taking pictures.
Tiffany, I'm so glad you're here.
But I'm
wondering too, why couldn't it be you? Because my daughter is like, Mom, she already thinks that all of the characters that I draw are her. So she's like, literally, she's like, oh, you drew me again. I'm like, it's not you.
This is everybody.
I'm writing about her.
Look, here's the thing. I will say, as a photographer, if you wanted to do it, but you didn't want people to know that it's you, there are ways that photographers can take pictures. And there are ways that photographers can edit pictures where it is you and it is your look, but it's not fully like you could be silhouetted, you could be in shadow, you could be behind a curtain. There's so many options there. And you know the look that you want. So you probably are the best person to do it. And even if you did it and then someone illustrated it was still, but I mean, you did it, you did the picture, and then that picture got passed to someone, say like Nia, who is an illustrator. It might be easier for her to illustrate a picture already taken than it is to just pull that out of her head. So that's
those are literally
what Eva said.
Those
I don't have a powerful look. I don't think I look.
I didn't say you did. Sorry, you can look happy and sorrowful at the same time.
But I was just going with what Eva said because I was hoping it would get me out of that question. I am not the look I'm going for. Actually, Nia would probably fit more of the look I was going for. But I don't,
I'd take that picture too.
Did she?
I'm just gonna drive around all of the United States taking pictures of every author I know. There you go.
I'm sorrowful. And with the saddest face she could muster, and no, it still wasn't very sorrowful.
Hear me? Okay, I missed.
Is it happening? Oh no.
What? Whatever y'all just.
It's so close. There it is. She's
Hi.
Every time it's like, phew, she made it.
Maybe.
She's trying to make it.
Well,
Oh
boy.
Uh-oh.
Well, I wonder if they're getting through at the Capitol.
oh no! Don't say that.
Jesus.
Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts.
Oh.
How about that infrastructure bill?
I just got here and we're already starting hot topics.
No, we're like one sprint in. We can't start this early.
Oh my gosh. I was vlogging a little bit when I was took Loki to a play date earlier, and I started talking about the thing that the guy just did. And I'm like, I feel like they just are trolling us, and they're doing it to mess with our mental health and make us miserable. And I'm like, I'm not even talking about it. I'm reclaiming my time.
Exactly.
I don't
Well, I love
I'm
that.
not gonna let I'm like, I was in a great mood. I'm in a happy mood. Why am I thinking about this privileged dude who's one of the richest writers on the planet, and all of the top 100 writers are all white dudes? But I was like, you know what? Done. No more of you do not get to occupy my space.
Yep. Agree. No headspace today for Mr. Patterson.
Oh, JC, you're muted.
We got you muted. Yeah.
Froze for.
Oh
boy.
She was talking, but she was muted, and then she unmuted, and then she.
I know.
I
It's
know.
like her laptop or her internet won't let her do both.
Very long time, so I have no.
Oh.
You're back.
Okay, the internet just does not like me today. I don't really. It's this is really bad. Okay, what were we talking about?
I blame Zuckerberg.
No, what was Nia talking about?
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, I don't. You don't want to know. It's. We'll save it. We'll save it for Author Tubers React.
Yeah.
Are you talking about my favorite author?
Yes. There we go.
She's still my favorite author. So.
Wait, no. What author are we talking about?
James Patterson.
What Eva just said.
He's your favorite author?
Nia goes. No.
For mystery.
I know. I can't. She
for mystery.
Like,
I can't because. Okay, here we go.
I'm sorry.
I feel like he did a dog whistle. I feel like he knows that the largest he knows who the largest population is, so he doesn't care if he offends everybody else because we don't mean anything to him.
He said ignorant. He also came back and retracted or apologized or whatever for that statement. So but
I was not paying attention to him today.
He did actually.
Can I just read Roxanne's tweet?
I read it, but you can read it.
Yes. That was great.
The one about him not writing his books.
But he does.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
If we're getting in this early, I need a chip.
Exactly. You're going to need chips for this.
He writes his books
Tiffany.
with co-authors. The same as if two people write same. Kennedy Fox is co-author. There's two people that write that book, so it's the same thing. But okay, continue.
So, are you as big a fan of the co-authors or just him?
But he. Never mind. They're his stories. Like he literally outlines.
Right. He does outline them. Yes, he does.
He outlines them, and he goes back over after they've written their part. And if something needs to be changed, he changes it. So
I'm so salty about it.
I don't like what he said either. Raise your hand if you never said anything.
It's not true. Like, why do you even think like that?
Huh?
Loki is pissed and has things
Loki
to say.
is like, yeah, you tell
Loki is like,
I am not disagreeing with the fact that what he said was stupid, also ignorant.
I feel like Loki is her hype man. Like he's like, yeah, you tell him.
I mean, before you make such a loaded statement, at least check the facts. At least. I mean,
which is why he came back and retracted and, pretty much said that his statement was dumbest. I can't. Can I curse on you? Never mind. Whatever.
Yes.
Dumb as fuck. Dumb.
Oh, you went with the F one. Okay.
Oh, I don't
You
like
dropped
what
the
you
strongest.
said.
I thought you were coming in with like a biblical, like a hell.
I don't want it to sound like I'm defending what he said. I don't like what he said at all.
No,
but I like his books. I'm not gonna stop reading his books. So
I know. I'm just teasing you.
I have a tendency. I do believe when if someone genuinely apologizes, I try to take them at face value unless they continue to do the thing that they already apologized for. So we will see. But we will see. But it's so dog whistly, and it's like it makes you wonder, well, does he really think that though? Because how many people think that in the replacement theory and stuff like that? You can't just flippantly say stuff like that, because there are so many people who will jump on that because they actually believe it. They think if they don't get that promotion, and a woman or a person of color gets it, they feel like it was taken from them, as if their privilege says that they don't understand. They haven't been in the position where it's equal. So when it's equal, they feel like they're losing something, like something's being taken away from them. Not that it's being made equal. Like, these people are your competition now. They're on your level playing field. They don't see it that way. They feel like someone's getting something that belongs to them. And so if the top richest or best-selling writers are mostly men, sprinkling a couple of white women, they think that those white women took their spot. If a person of color hops in there, that person of color took their spot. If you know what I'm saying? If a woman of color takes that spot, oh my goodness, they feel like those spots belong to them. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why you really need to think before you say stuff like that. And if you say it, do you really think it? Until you see the facts, and then you're like, oh, I guess I was wrong. I was just feeling some kind of way. But you put that out there. That's, some of us have to live with this. How many people go to work every day feeling like, I'm working my butt off, but these people think I'm only here because I'm the person of color that they shoved in there to fill a quota. There are people that go to work every day that they feel like that. So when he says that, the people that they work with, they feel like they got some clout now because James Patterson even sees it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know. I agree.
Before you speak,
Barry, you
apologize. I haven't read the
when I saw it.
If you apologize, okay.
I texted you when I saw it, and I was like, no.
Here's what I'm gonna say. Everyone thinks Nia is just mild salsa until you get her off her channel on someone else's, and then watch out for it, because she will give you the medium to hot spice.
That's why I want her to
come on. I do try to keep it nice,
with a smile. That was perfect.
This is how, because where I live, this is how I have to sometimes talk to some people.
Yeah.
Who want to call themselves my friend, and then they say something crazy, and I'm just like, no, that's your privilege speaking. They're like, what? No, but you're my black friend. I'm like, and I tell people too, I'm like, if you go somewhere and say something crazy, don't say, but I have a black best friend. It's not me.
Oh, it's not you.
It's not me. I'm going to tell you too.
I hate when people say that. I really hate
it. The fuck t-shirt. That's just.
I really hate
when people say with you and like, oh, she's the black best friend. I'm like, no, not me. Because if they say something sideways, I'm going to say something. All my kids know it. Their friends know it.
I hate when they say that.
That ain't me. I'm not the one. I do smile.
What does that mean exactly? Like, when you say that, like that means something.
But I do try to be nice. The devil can quote the Bible. I do try to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Hold on. Tiffany, what you
even the devil can quote the Bible.
Hello. Well, the devil was once an angel, so
that's all I'm saying.
I need my tea.
She said, "I need my tea." that was wonderful, Nia.
Make sure it's not too hot.
No, keep it piping.
That's right.
Oh my gosh, that was fun. Sure. Everybody got their tea ready. Hold on, wait.
I was saying,
Turn my tea kettle on.
did you have any feels, Gwynna? Did you have any feels on that, or do we feel like
during the vast majority of that conversation, I was on the internet looking for the links that I just dropped in the chat. Which is generated photos and artbreeder.com, both of which I use to create my character portraits, AI, free stock photos, download them, use them, and they have stock photos of all different races. You can create your own. If you need representative pictures, play around.
Ooh,
yeah, Artbreeder.
I've used them before. They're not bad.
Much like The Sims, though. I will tell you, if you're
It'll
going to
get ya.
create it, it will get you. Look
It'll
for
get ya.
something that someone has put out and it's available for you to use for free. If you start making your thing, I spent like a week on there one time nonstop because it was so addicting. And then I was like, stop. I just stopped myself. So go in prepared. They give you so much stuff. And you're
my favorite thing is like you create one portrait of one character and another portrait of another character, and you can merge them to see what the kids would actually look like. And it's
really,
yes,
so good. So that's what I was doing. I have many feels about that, but I feel like Nia said it all very succinctly, and I don't need to add anything to that conversation.
Yeah,
that's not my place. That's not my space.
Sorry, Barrett never got to read the tweet. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I already put it away.
No, go ahead and read the tweet.
You gave away the meat of it. I can go look it up.
Okay, you sure?
About how he doesn't write his books.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, but
yes, Eva, I have a sprint that's longer than the length of Barrett's video, so you will get to watch his video in just a moment.
I have a quick excitement about that sprint. I'm gonna go walk the dog, y'all. I have a Karen in the next building, and it's not the lady upstairs that complained about my singing. I have a lady in the building next door that hates my dog.
No.
Came out this morning and like screamed at me about, do you need a bag? And I was like,
how dare she?
I was like, whoa, Adrian. I was like, first, I just said her name. Whoa, person.
You didn't hear that.
Well, we wouldn't have known it was her real name.
She says to me, but no, then she says, how do you know my name? I was like, because this is the lady who got in my face last fall didn't have a mask on and like came up to me with mask mandates. And I was like, why are you near me without a mask? And like yelled at me. And like made a whole scene. So I know who this lady is. But she's like, how do you know my name? I've never met you before in my life. And I'm like, sure, lady's name. And then laughed and walked away. Screamed at me the whole, like followed me to my building, which is we're sister buildings. Followed me to mine with the dog who's like looking back at her like, what is your problem? Screaming it. So yeah, so I'm taking my phone on this one. So I may have some juicy footage for next week's vlog. Crazy Karen, if I have a Karen.
If you do film it, get a restraining order against her.
Oh yeah,
right.
Definitely.
I mean, I totally would. No one is following
maybe
me.
I should have came
without
and
getting
worked
a
at your house
order
today.
It was nuts. And like yelled at me the whole way back over here about like, you need to clean up your dog's shit and blah blah blah. I was like, listen, lady, like
I'm like, first of all, can my dog shit first? Like, what you talk about me cleaning it up? Like, like, how about you mind your business, lady? Mind your business. That's all. Just mind your business.
The phone ready. I'm ready to film.
I should have came and worked at your house.
I feel like that's like the worst nightmare when you move into a neighborhood. Like,
I hate all my neighbors.
Oh my gosh. I've always been like, please just let me have good neighbors. Or if somebody moves out, that's really great. You're like, please let the next people.
Well, and it's when it's the dog, you know what I mean? It's like, seriously, you're going to come out and pick a fight over my dog? Like, of all the things, like, this isn't it, ma'am. So, and what started is, I think she's the one who complained about our BLM stuff. So that's what I think started all this.
So she's got a bone to pick with you.
Oh,
like she's got an agenda.
I was wondering if somebody was going to get the show I got that from. That's all just mind your business.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I may have a spot for you though, Barrett.
Ooh.
Okay.
It's just going to depend because my father got some tea.
Does it have air conditioning?
Probably better than mine.
That was savage. That was cold-hearted.
But
he went for your throat.
I just need to find out what they're planning to do once this comes up.
Let me know.
Interesting.
I love it.
Morgan, what?
This is insanity.
Yeah, I need more. I need more of this. Morgan, spill.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, keep going down. She did say something else.
No. No way.
719. What?
Is that even a thing? Like, how do you do that? How do you stop a dog's hair? Like, good luck. If I was brushing Riley, good luck. Like, I don't even
Listen. At that point, I would be petty and I would collect it.
Oh,
and
JC
dump
is
it.
caused,
Oh, yeah.
y'all.
100%
She's
would.
stuck.
Wait, who?
JC is
JC.
stuck because I was like,
Cover up her.
she's missing.
Oh, that is the
Because
worst.
Morgan says he was convinced we were just dumping hair in his yard.
That's nuts.
What?
I'm a firm believer in mind the business that pay you.
I love what the frame that it's stuck on for JC. That's everyone's reaction.
I know, right? I could just do this slap for everything.
I love it.
Sorry, had to drama for a moment. Strong tea, got distracted. Yes, always. Sorry, Bethany. I know people come to write, and it's like we give them a little turmeric in their tea.
Mm.
Are you back?
Would it be turmeric or would it be ginger?
For
I
me,
don't know. Am I?
She's back.
Good for you.
Okay, we're gonna do a sprint before it goes haywire
Yeah.
again. Well, I can't take it. Okay. Everyone, right? 3, 2, 1.
I like Esther. I would probably shave my dog and dump the hair.
Okay, that would help if I unmute. How do we all do?
I got 280 words.
Ooh, nice.
I got my video downloaded, so now I can edit it and hopefully have it ready for tomorrow. And now that I saw Barrett's, I'm like, I don't know if I need to do an editing. Mia adds a couple of things, but it'll be long enough. I can add it in another video because I touched on some of the things that Barrett mentioned, and then I touched on a couple of things that no, it was on here. Oh my gosh, I'm getting did he say it on the stream or did he just say it in the video?
I don't know, but we're probably about to say
it's funny
it again.
because I mentioned some of the things.
I can't wait to see it. Oh, is it me?
So,
I just walked the dog.
Okay.
Hey, Karen, what's the news?
So the Karen is at the pool with all the neighbors. They did let's do a meet and greet, and only about 10 of them can even get to the pool because stairs. So they're all by the pool, and I saw that Karen was with them. So I made sure to walk Briley over to her building and be like, "Drop a deuce here, babe." So.
Do not get in trouble with your HOA. I think Ricky's
No, I won't. No, I know. Well, and that's the part about it that made me mad is like, come at me for the stuff I do. Like, sure, do we leave our trolley outside of our lines for a parking spot sometimes? Sure, or our cart, whatever. Yes, but like we do pick up the dog's crap. You know what I mean? Like always. Like, don't come at me with that crap, or else you're gonna end up with a bunch of shit on your front porch one night and be like, "Oops, surprise! Where did all that come from?"
Right.
Not from me, of course, but from someone petty.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And from all of us, don't come for Briley. We're not here for that.
Oh,
I'm like, don't come for the pets. Like when you try that mess, that's when
right.
I'm
like they're pets. Come on.
Yeah.
Tiffany.
I made popcorn because Gwynna had popcorn, so I felt like I needed it. And then I'm editing, so I got through half of a chapter.
Nice. And are you guys doing Camp Nano this year?
Yes.
That's question number 2.
Yes. Maybe.
I dropped my answer in the
chat. I got it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it, but I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to try not to put an astronomical goal on mine. I might just put like a goal of maybe write an hour a day on the draft. Hopefully I'll be drafting my novel come camp. So, because word counts as pressure. Like, and I already go through that during November.
Exactly.
Nia, are you doing camp?
Yeah. I'm participating. Yeah, I'm participating. I'm going to do 2 things at one time. So I'm going to be participating in Camp Nano. I'm not putting any pressure on myself. I haven't even decided what my goal is going to be. But I'm also doing they have a Jane Austen July event. And since I've already read all of Jane Austen's books, and I'm like, that'll be fun. I want to just participate in some fun stuff. So yeah. So I'm gonna probably have a couple of things, a couple of videos on whatever I'm doing.
Emily BT says she's totally doing camp in July.
Oh, that is if I don't get jury duty. That's if I don't get jury duty. So if I get jury duty, scratch everything. I'm not doing it.
Well, yeah, you'll be busy.
I got called for federal jury duty too, and I'm like kind of excited. Like Ricky was like, "Why do you want to be chosen?" I was like, "I have always wanted to be on a jury, and a federal jury. Are you kidding? Bring it on! Murder! I can't wait."
I got called for jury duty too, and I was so excited. And then they took on the thing. It said call the night before to see if you're needed. And when I called, they were like, "Thank you. We do not need jurors for this day, this day, this day." And it wasn't me. And I was like,
that's the last thing I want. I do not want jury duty.
Fill out the federal, turn it in, and then they're supposed to touch me back. So I'm like, fingers crossed. I'm like,
You're one of the few people I've ever met.
I don't mind doing it. Like I wanted to do it before, but I couldn't because of my husband had at the time a very particular occupation, so I couldn't do it, or they didn't want me. I'm like, I can be fair. I want to know what's going on. But now I've got so many things going on. I just don't want to do it right now. So I'm trying to get mine postponed to another month. That's all. I'm like, but I don't mind doing it.
Me too. I'm excited about it. I'm like, if they give me a chance, I'm gonna vlog it. They're gonna have me in contempt of court for vlogging everything, and like we'll be back behind the scenes, and like you'll see the week before, like here's the count, and I'll be like,
okay, I didn't want to do that, but I did think that I could get a mystery story out of it.
I got a notice one time a very long time ago, and I ignored it. I ignored it. That's the last thing I want.
What did they do? Did they
and they've never and they've never sent me one again. Thank God. I don't want jury duty.
You love like
I thought they hold you in
good kind of book.
Hold on, you said what now?
You love crime books. Like I would think
love that. I do not want someone else's life in my hands. I'm not even sure that would be the kind of case I would get, but in case that's the kind of case I would get, I don't want somebody's life in my hands. I don't want to be the decider of someone else's fate. Because what if I'm wrong? What if they didn't do it and I think they did do it? What if they didn't do it and I think they didn't do it? I just couldn't.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, if I think they did it, then I'm going to say I think they did it. If I didn't, they didn't.
What I'm saying is, okay, because so many times in
what if something finds out he's wrong later?
In this judicial system, there have been so many innocent people who have been found guilty. On the flip side, there have also been guilty people who were found innocent. I just don't want to be the one to decide someone's fate one way or the other.
I'm ready.
But
I have no problem with it.
Me too. Tiffany and I are good.
I mean, as long as I don't have to decide if somebody is like the death penalty, that I would.
But the thing is, you won't know what kind of case you get until you.
I don't think they leave it up. And I don't think they.
But if I feel like they'll question you enough that if you're hesitant, one or the other side is not going to want you.
Right.
Oh, I always said that if they make me come in, I'm going to make them send me home. I'm like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna find them guilty. I don't even care what it is. I'm gonna find them guilty. I'll send me home. I don't want to do it. Somebody said, but they pay you. I don't care. It's not. I just
ain't enough.
I don't want that I don't want that on my conscience, one way or the other.
I just don't even think it's so funny. I don't even think of it that way. There is no part of me that would think that if someone presented me with evidence, if my job as a civic duty was to show up, observe the evidence that's presented to me, listen to the arguments, and then render a verdict. If that's my job, I can do that job.
Right.
Asking me but hang on. But there's a lot of like coulda, shoulda, wouldas with any job. I mean, I could be a nurse who coulda, shoulda, woulda, got with the wrong doctor who does a bunch of stuff that kills people on tables. Is that my responsibility? Like, where do you draw those lines, right?
Yeah.
And that would take me out of ever even being a lawyer or anyone who really argues these cases. And it's like at some point we do have to decide we believe in the system, or at least I think you have to believe the system works on some level to participate in it. So
and there's a reason that
I've seen enough innocent people.
No, I agree. I'm not arguing.
Found guilty.
But I'm also that type of person who, if after the fact there's some more evidence that comes up, I would not be shy about saying, if they would have showed us that, that was so that everybody.
But it would be too late then.
People do petitions to
not necessarily. They retry cases all the time. Or
and if I'm a jury on a trial and something is deliberately not presented to me that makes me think that something is one way or not the other, I will be like, I was one of those jurors and they did not show us this evidence. Had they shown us this, I may have had another. So yes, I agree. I'm signing a petition.
I just want to know what the people on. I just want to know what the jury. I just want to know what the jury on O.J. Simpson's case was thinking, or what the jury on George Zimmerman's case was thinking, because they got that all wrong. But
I totally agree. But I think what happens there is a lot of what we're talking about, right? So if you're sitting there, if you're only choosing based on what they present you, and you can't look outside of it. For O.J. Simpson's, for example, they were a sequestered jury. I can't remember on the Zimmerman case if they were or not. I want to say they were, but if they're sequestered. If they're sequestered,
all those cases, they aired those cases. What part of what they presented did the jury not see as finding? Because
it just has to be a reasonable doubt, right? So you have to have a reasonable suspicion that there could be doubt. And I'm going to tell you from what they presented at the time, and I was young. I'm not going to say how young, but I was young. I do remember thinking they made effective arguments at times, and there were mistakes the prosecution made. Those are just.
I know.
was.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely not defending OJ. I mean, let's be clear.
Oh, no,
I remember watching the Bronco and being like, what?
I think a ton of people defended OJ, you know, until he wrote that book. If I'd have done it, this is what I would have done.
Yeah.
And
oh, no, I thought he
like,
was guilty watching the trial. Watching the trial with the evidence that was presented, I thought he was guilty. I don't see how they could ever have found him not guilty.
But it also depends on what your instructions are to the jury.
Right.
Because you also they might have been instructed to look at certain things a certain way or to weigh certain things differently than what someone else might have what you might have thought of it or what you might have seen. They were judging on what they were told to judge on.
Right.
Yay!
It's
wait a minute. I need the screenshot. Oh, you took it away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back.
When I
wasn't even posed right.
Affiliate link right there.
But there was I don't know. I just would never want to be on a jury.
Judge Ito. Oh, yes.
I mean,
where
at a certain point you gotta be the change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I use my writing to write the
That's
stuff
fair.
that I don't want someone's life in my hands. If I wanted someone's life in my hands, I would have became a lawyer. I thought about it, but yeah, I don't.
I did too.
I'm like, I don't love student debt that much. Like,
yeah,
you know, I mean, I'm like, I got enough. I'm good. Like,
that's not at all how they choose the jurors. The other part of it is that you have 12 people who know very little about the law, only going with what's presented, not realizing that things are. Hold on. This rhetoric of the system working is hold up. Wait a minute. Did I click on the right thing?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, super dangerous. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Wait, what?
But I was going for family law.
I like debating, and that's why I thought about it, because I like to debate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's that Virgo in me, man. Virgo and Leo, just I get fired up real quick.
Same.
And became a manicurist because she didn't have to fret so much. Exactly. You got somebody's life in your hands.
Man, they were trying to get me to go to law school. I'm so glad I didn't. I would no. I'd be like, you come in and you're guilty. I'd be like, dude, no, I can't defend you.
Agree with that.
I just cannot.
Agree with what Shay's saying. That's
yeah.
the other reason I wouldn't want you to not sit on a jury, right? Is that I know, there just should be, that was exactly
have to lie to stay on cases that actually affect Black people, because skin color alone can be the reason not to allow a juror. Exactly, which is a shame, especially when it's supposed to be a juror of the peers and the defendant is Black.
Yeah.
Like, you would think that you would want, but okay.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like I would, if I'm that one that kind of that can slip in, then I would like to be that one to and then I feel like, I don't know, like it's my responsibility to make sure that there is someone really objective on that jury.
And I also feel like we hear about the high profile stuff or the ones where it's like a Black like violent criminal or something like that, but there are so many other smaller cases where
especially
a Black person on a jury or woman on a jury can make a difference.
Like, this with Eva, this would be me. I'd be like, you don't want to hit me with a pot case. I'd be like, I'm like, sir,
I'm like, I guess I shouldn't say that. This is I might get picked, but pot case, you're not going to jail if I'm on your jury. Sorry.
You'll ask me and I'll say, sir, I took an edible before I got here. Thank you.
We might be ruining our chances to get picked.
I know, but I mean, come on.
I'm so bad. I did the deferment, and I'm like, but this month and this month, both of those, either of those are good.
That's hilarious. I love it. You're like, so this is right now.
I'm like, honestly, this is just a bad time for me, but
completely not on topic. If anyone's watched Barrett's video, because because I forgot to make a banner for it. So, yay me. Yeah, Barrett, tell us about your video. Sum it up for me, because
So it was just it was talk about multi-hyphenate author. So this is Tiffany and Morgan are in this video too. And I read an article. It stayed in my head for like a week. We do our backstage once a week together to workshop stuff and talk and just catch up. And I ran kind of what I was thinking past them. And then we recorded the tail end of that, which was pretty much just, so the article is actually not about the topic the vlog is about. The article is just about a new process that literary agents are leaning into to get producer credits and make sure that books stay closer, or the film adaptations stay closer to the books, and authors get paid more, like points on the back end and other stuff, and a seat in the writer's room. So that's what the article's about. But it made me think, one of the literary agents said in the piece, and it became the title of the piece for Hollywood Reporter, that the future for authors is multi-hyphenate. And what she says, if you read that little paragraph, is she's talking about how royalties are down for both traditional and self-public, for both sides. Sales are not as big as they used to be because the slice is getting smaller and smaller of people's attention. And so authors and creatives would be wise to lean into every opportunity to monetize their work. And this is about film adaptions, but it could be anything, right? I mean, it could be for self-publishing, it could be merchandising, it could be downloads of character art. Lots of different things you could do to find different ways. And I just wanted to start the conversation in the community of like, what ideas do you have for making yourself a multi-hyphenate and making money and setting yourself up to be able to make art your main focus of your time? So if anyone figures that out, I'm still working a day job. So
and if anyone
shoot that message right over to my DMs.
Yeah, it's funny
to share what their ideas of how they would like branch out and, oh God, wow, word's so hard today.
I don't even know if it's a real word. So
yeah, if anyone has any ideas of how they would, expand their creativity to include multiple avenues, such as, I know I wrote a list, of course, books, but I wouldn't mind getting into, well, I probably would need to learn how to write music, but songwriting, because I've been told in the past that some of my poems are very lyrical and could be songs. So I would never mind, getting into that and content, YouTube. I've always wanted to write plays, even though I have not actually written one.
I wanted
to write one in high school, but I don't know if that counts. But
I almost wanted to do a video on how much a tiny YouTube channel actually makes, because people are like, "Oh, your channel's monetized." I'm like,
yeah,
it is.
Well, if you've heard Kate Kavanaugh's podcast,
on the
and
money,
how much she makes, oh my God! I'm like, I mean, I know I'm way far off from being that size, way far off. But if I could ever get there, that's a huge chunk of change.
Well, and I'd even say within our own niche. So for YouTube, for example, so I've had people ask me, why don't you take down the butt stuff videos, the Crohn's videos? It's money. Money's the reason, because when I'm monetized, those will be some of the highest CPMs because they're healthcare. So that's the reason I keep them there. And they're my most watched videos. They bring in views all the time. So, totally what Nia said, and I say it in the video, if it can make $25 a month, wahoo. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be ecstatic. But
I've got one video like that, and it's like, it's so awkward, but why is it there? Because it's the only video making $20 a month. Exactly. Everything else, every other video is like $1, $5.
I know. Yeah.
A quarter.
Yeah. Well, and I'd love to pick your brain at some point. Yeah, I've got a collaboration coming up with Nick this week on sensitivity reading.
That's a good one.
So that's going to be our video, my video next week. But after that, I'd love to visit with you about that, the monetization of a channel for a vlog, and do something like I did with Tiffany Morgan, chat backstage and record it and then use part of it for my vlog. Because I would love to let people know, like, hey, it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. And a lot of the people who are also making money, they're doing the affiliate stuff. And when you do an affiliate video, that video has to be approved. So if they don't approve of your video, then, you don't, it doesn't count. You don't get to use them, and you don't get paid.
And Garrett was explaining that to me too, about the if they don't approve your video.
Well, that's for my sponsored video. And yes, the sponsor has the ultimate yes or no on the content at the end of the day. So if it doesn't go up, I don't get paid.
But even
Yeah.
other affiliate links, like I know people, not necessarily in the ArthurTube world, but like that, you know, like some of these influencers, the reason why they're always advertising stuff is because, or telling you what they're wearing, is because they have links in the description, and then they get stuff, either money, free stuff, trips, all types of stuff based off of what other people buy. So you can do affiliate links that way, and then nobody's sponsoring you. It's just
and
a
so
way
what
of continually working.
That's right.
Right. And so when you're not affiliated and you're only using YouTube, first you have to hit that threshold for it to even get the YouTube, and then for anyone to even see you to be affiliated. So if you're only getting those AdSense from YouTube, I don't know if it's bots or who it is, but they know what you've been monetized for and what the advertisers are willing to see on your channel. And if you veer outside of that, and I have evidence, we had a video that we talked much like this, and it gives me a thing with big sections of what I cannot use. And I'm like, other people have said these things, but I cannot.
Yeah.
Or I have to take it down, or I can try to not monetize that, but if they have the right to take your channel, if you know, and if they take your monetization, you can't get it back. So it's like, you know, it's a risk that you take if you want to do that. And some people do that. But then if you become popular for that type of content, I think that's what the audience expects. You know what I mean? The advertisers that are advertising for you. I don't know all the behind the scenes, but that's what it seems like to me from the things I did for and not.
Interesting.
Yeah, what about Twitch for you? Because I know you're on Twitch too, and I've heard some people say that Twitch works better than YouTube as far as gaining, you know, getting money, because you don't need as many subscribers.
I can make money. I have money sitting over on Twitch. The thing that's hard for me with Twitch is because visually, one, I need to focus on one thing at a time. Everything moves very quickly. And if you don't have the right setup for Twitch, if I want to have guests, I need to use StreamYard. If I'm using StreamYard, I usually don't have my Twitch open. And unfortunately, StreamYard is not streamlined with Twitch. So I miss all of the notifications. And I think Eva was saying on somebody else's chat, the fun part for them about Twitch is when they, you know, do the bits and do the things. And I don't see them. And without that right setup, I have to actually pull out my other device, which then I have to mute anyway because the feedback. To see what's going on Twitch. Do you know what I'm saying? But if people make a donation, they want you to shout out that donation. They want you to click their name, and they want all of the hoopla. If I'm streamlining, like when I do AuthorTubers React, I can't see any of that. So sometimes I have to tell people, if you put something out there, please put it in the chat, because that's the only way I know. And then I can shout you out and say, thanks so-and-so for doing the thing. But that's an expectation over on Twitch, that you have all of these different things going on. And for someone who has, I have photophobia. It's not what it seems like. It's visual issues with lights and lots of flashy things. I'm prone to epilepsy, so I have to be very careful about how many things I have coming at me. Even my ring light, I don't have turned up right now. I have it like facing away from me. But enough light so you can see me. And I have the glasses and all of that, but it just buys me a little bit more time.
Sure.
I'm also prone to migraines, and I'm slightly dyslexic, so it takes me a lot. I have to like stop the chat because I can't read moving things.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And I don't think that people realize how much work it is for some streamers. Some streamers who read really fast and read really easily and, you know, don't have any sensitivity with their vision. Twitch is like perfect, or Twitch is perfect for them. But for me, as much, it's fun, but it's better when it's just me. But I also get very bored talking to myself.
Yeah.
I love talking with people, like having a group. So I prefer to do the whole group thing. Because me, I'm like, well, hey, what's up? You know?
I don't get scared to go live ever unless I'm alone. It's the weirdest thing. If I have to go live by myself, That is always nerve-wracking to me.
I know that feeling now.
I have no fear if I'm going on with anybody, other people. I have no fear. Like, like meh. But agreed. Going on alone would be.
And my Friday streams that I was doing at lunchtime on Fridays, as much as I like them, as much as they are fun, I do feel like I don't necessarily drive a conversation because by myself, and you have to be able to do that. Someone who does it very well, Ashley B. Pedigo, she could have nobody comment for the whole break and just
fun.
Talking. Not me. If you don't comment during my break, I'm like, oh, I guess we're going to another stream.
Right.
So those Friday ones on Twitch, even though they're fun, like I need at least the audience to chat back with me, and then I have to stop the thing from scrolling so that I can read what they're saying. And I'm just like, oh, I don't like, be patient with me, guys. And everybody's usually very nice. But yeah, I have money like literally sitting on Twitch still. So yeah, you can start making money after 50 followers 50 followers, right? Yeah, 50 followers. Then you can also have subscribers, and subscribers pay. So so there you go. As soon as you hit 50, if you join up, then they start, putting commercials on your stuff.
I have a Twitch account, but I've never streamed on there. I got it when Kate started moving all her streams to Twitch. And then I have I follow Ashley and Sarah Cahill and you. I follow you, even though I don't think I've seen you on other than
I used to only do Fridays, and then I do AuthorTubers React. So that was the only thing I'm doing. So when I don't do the Fridays, it's just once a month for the AuthorTubers React. And I'm fine with that. Because also, and I talked about this a little bit in the video, it's like how much of this do I want to do when I want the focus to be writing? When I decided to make the channel, and leaning more towards AuthorTube than BookTube or an art channel. If you know that the artists who do the Draw With Me sessions, they have thousands and thousands and thousands of followers. BookTube, they're not quite as big as maybe that, but they have more followers or more subscribers than AuthorTube. So I didn't take those avenues to get more subscribers and make more money. I chose AuthorTube because I wanted to be amongst writers and commiserate and be with people who understand what I'm going through as I'm trying to learn to write. And that's the other thing, is I want to learn to write, be a good writer. I guess I was writing already, but I want to be a better writer so that my stories are actually good. So yeah, that's why I took the channel in this direction. And I told some other people, you won't find it, so don't look. But I did have a fitness channel that was, this channel is like nothing compared to, but I needed a complete break because people on my fitness channel knew where I lived and in real life stuff. And that's a whole other thing. But yeah, if I wanted to make money on YouTube, it wouldn't be on AuthorTube.
And I would throw
out doing that other stuff.
Trying to figure out, how do you raid on YouTube? Okay.
So you do it from YouTube Studio. Like if you're going live from YouTube Studio, they've allowed the raid option. I expect StreamYard to catch up before too long because they're pretty good about adding in all of the YouTube additions to the StreamYard.
Really?
Yeah, usually. So I expect it to catch up. I was going to say on affiliate links. So just to throw this out, because I don't know who I was talking to, if it was Tiffany or Morgan, but a few days ago I was chatting with somebody and they were saying, well, what is your goal with being monetized? I said, I want to earn $25 a month to cover my costs, because that's about what my monthly costs are now for the author stuff. And Morgan goes, well, what about StreamYard? And I said, well, it's almost free for me now. And I checked, it's like $1.89 now a month. But I'm not making a lot of money from affiliate marketing, but my TubeBuddy cost me just under $1. My StreamYard now is down to about, like I said, $2 a month. My Epidemic Sound is my most expensive right now, and it's like $8.99 because each time I get someone to use my link and they keep using it, that knocks down my cost. So even when you're still JC and I's size channel with I get about 2,300, 2,500 views a month. That level of views and people coming through is getting most of my stuff I have to use to make AuthorTube work for close to free, if not free. And it's just by occasionally encouraging people, hey, if you're going to do, face-to-face encouraging creators, you're going to try StreamYard, think about using my affiliate link. And then do the same thing. Don't be afraid to ask someone. They're going to pay for it anyway, right? You're going to use it and pay for it anyway. Why not help someone you know? So sell it like that. And I tell people to do that with their affiliate links on Amazon as well. Somebody used my link at Christmas, and I do not know who it was, but they bought a whole bunch of crap that was definitely not in my affiliate link section. Because I got my first payout from Amazon in December. It wasn't huge. It was over $100, which means they spin a small fortune, by the way. And then someone did the same thing 2 days after the CGL blow up of stuff. Someone spent a fortune on one of my Amazon affiliate links, and I got a payout in April. So
you can do Amazon, because I looked up Amazon and they told me it wasn't available in Missouri.
I do. The Amazon affiliate links, yes.
Amazon just sent me an email saying I'm getting ready to get kicked out of the affiliate.
Because
so they said I have 90 days
Did anybody in chat know that JC has an Amazon link that anyone
can click affiliate links? They're in the description box.
And you do not have to buy the thing that she's affiliate linking. You can just click the link and then buy whatever you were going to buy, a book, a light bulb. I need a light bulb across the room. That's why I thought of that. But something, put it in your cart and check out, and that will help JC. She needs 3 of them that are separate. It doesn't matter the cost for her to stay in the program.
Yeah, I think I have to redo mine. Hopefully they don't give me a hard time about redoing it.
They won't. I had to redo it twice, so they won't.
Because I keep saying I'm gonna do it, and then I don't. And and it's because I made these things for someone who specifically asked for it. I was like, hey, I can put it on Amazon and you can get it straight from Amazon. And they even said, why aren't you selling these? And I'm like, because I just made them for you.
Well, Jenna, it doesn't tell me.
I think I told Charlie about it, and Charlie's like, these are amazing. Why are you not selling them? I'm like, I made them for somebody. That's why.
Jenna, it does not tell me what you bought. What it does is it gives me like electronics and then a dollar amount, and then like home goods and then a dollar amount. But if I have affiliate links like a book, it'll tell me the book that you bought. Or interestingly, if you buy another book, it'll tell me the other book you bought, as long as you bought the book I linked to. So, which I think is like a way for us to know like how to link stuff to our customers, kind of thing. So no judgment, no judgment, no judgment. Yeah.
Definitely no judgment, Jenna.
My mom said the same thing when I first was like, Mom, you got to use my affiliate link because I'm getting kicked out of this Amazon program. I need 3. And so she went. I think Eva was another person who did it for me. I know Eva did around Christmas, I think. But anyway, my mom said, this is my mother on the phone, goes, well, I don't want you knowing what I bought. I said, what are you buying that has you? You need to know what's in my Amazon cart, Barrett, Laurie. Yeah. And why are we having this conversation? Just buy whatever nasty stuff you're going to buy. I won't know what it is. All going to be fine.
JC, I needed to buy a textbook for school. I just used your affiliate link.
Thank you.
So it's fine. I had to buy it anyway. It was on the to-do list.
See?
I just love you guys.
I will do it for your link tonight. Because it's a pain in the butt to go back and reset them all.
Hold on, wait a minute. Me or Barrett?
No, I used your link.
I meant Desiree. What she said. I just made an order to. I don't know if she was talking to me or Barrett.
I think she could have been talking to both.
Yeah, I'd have been both. Yeah. She did an order and So if you're, and that's to anybody in AuthorTube, I always say this. I always try to use a friend's link. Like if I'm buying something from Amazon, I'm going to go to someone's video, look for their link, click through it, and buy what I'm going to buy because it helps them. Oh, I didn't know that.
Hold on. Amazon Smile will using your link still make the donation to my check.
Well, it's I guess try it and then
I didn't know anything about that.
No.
And then we can see.
The thing about the Amazon affiliate program is it's the reason I leaned into that one is it's no money out of the author's pocket or the whoever's selling the item. So I would assume your charity would still go through because that's a separate program. And the Amazon affiliate is truly Amazon, Jeff Bezos sending me money to sell stuff.
I mean, he got it to send.
He got plenty. What I do not have is plenty. So send it.
I don't think it matters which link, Nick.
No.
He said, how do you figure out which link is the right one? I think if you just click on any.
Yeah, any affiliate link of an AuthorTuber or any YouTuber that has a, here's my gear, like my microphone, my computer, my camera, whatever, or I do my t-shirts. I've sold a lot of those actually, which is weird and random. Someone out there has a lot of my costume. And
people need t-shirts.
Yeah, and they're soft and wonderful. I know, right? Exactly.
If you're gonna buy through Amazon, I guess it's makes it feel a little less evil.
Icky, right?
Yeah, I'd rather buy it through someone's link, to make sure Jeff Bezos don't get all of them. Like he has enough. He has enough.
He's fine.
Tiffany, what do you do for multiple hyphenate streams of? I know you do photography, and you have your podcast.
She's an epic writer.
She's a what? I'm sorry.
Epic ghostwriter. How many?
Oh yes. I'm so sorry. That's
okay. Epic might be extreme.
How many projects did you write in 2021?
I've heard you talk about a lot of ghostwriting projects. So
okay, I'm on the 4th series for him.
Oh, wow.
And they're like 6 short stories per. Well, one series was like 5. And I think the first one was like 7. So I guess that equals out. So yeah, so it's like 6 short stories for this person.
Epic. So he was right. Epic. Yeah.
It's not epic.
Yeah. Okay, you're on the 4th series.
I write 1 book a year. And
right.
My cousin made fun of me because I think I said the same thing. And she asked me like how many words each like story was and how many did I have to do, and I told her, and she like calculated it up, and she's like, so basically you wrote 3 books in 6 months. Shut up.
So Tiffany, are you on Reedsy? Like to get your ghostwriting clients, do you like put yourself out there?
I haven't looked on there, but I've heard good things, so I may look in the future. But this person I found through Upwork.
Okay, so I have a question for Tiffany because I'm always curious about this. Okay, if you ghostwrite something, right? You get a rough outline, but it's like kind of crazy, and you fix it, and then you write the whole thing basically, and then they publish it just like you gave it to them, and it becomes like a bestseller, amazing. Then it becomes a movie. Do you get a little like ghost wrote that?
I don't know.
I don't think you get the credit at all.
I don't think.
I know you don't get the credit, but do you feel it? Do you feel some kind of way then? I mean, I'm like curious.
Here's the thing, because my family keeps making fun of me because all of them want to read what I wrote, and I was like, I don't even know where it's published. Like, I have no idea what he does with it after I've given it to him because I don't want to know. Because I don't look at it.
If you see it in a movie one day, you're gonna know.
If I saw it in a movie, yes. But I think for me, because like I don't write it like it's mine. Like and he doesn't actually give me a script, thing. Like the thing I'm doing now, he just was like, "Hey, I polled my audience and they want witches."
Well, and tell him what you told me today, or me and Morgan in chat today, or what you told us in the text about how you feel about it.
What did I say?
Just about how you.
You tell us.
I was about to be like, it was so profound. It was a whole thing about how she was like, I just, finished this 15,000 words and I love it. I wish it was my own.
Oh, okay. I will. This one I did like the first. Okay, here's the first one actually that I wrote. I will forget something in a heartbeat.
I'm like, what? We just texted this like 3 hours ago.
The first one that I wrote actually. 3 of the characters blended together to make the story that I wrote for Nano, because I got an idea of that idea based off of the first series that I did. Yeah. And then the second series that I did, like I liked the characters, but I felt like I had done everything that they needed to do in it. And I mostly just like, I'm like, here you go, there you go, have fun. I played in my sandbox. You get to enjoy it now. This I have one story in, and I don't know if it's because my cousin helped me kind of come up with the magic system or because this is the first time I've ever written about witches, but somehow it just came together really well. And I was like, this is the first one I kind of want people I know to read.
Okay, so when someone just gives you, can you just come up with a story about witches? So they tell you just witches. They don't give you any plot. Okay, can you say yes, but can I get a co-writer, sub-writer status on this? Like a certain writer does with his writers. Because literally, he just wants to start with witches. You come up with the whole thing. You come up with the whole thing. I mean, someone can tell me witches, and I can, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that I do, but at the same time, like, okay, one of the other ones that I wrote for him, I did actually just go back to him, and I was like, I've got an idea for one of those characters. Can I, like, where does my devotion to you, or where does my rules with you follow? And he's like, just let me know what the story is that you're considering writing. And so I sent it back to him and showed him what it was I was writing. He's like, oh yeah, no, go ahead and do that. I think that would make a really great story. And so there you go. Yeah, I've heard of people who do that as well.
You know, I feel like in one of Michelle's videos about ghostwriting, she said that she's never asked for, I feel like in the video she said something about the only genre where that's common to get like a name with a person you wrote with is either celebrity, so like James Patterson and Dolly Parton, or you know, James Patterson and Bill Clinton, or you know what I mean, like that kind of a thing. Right. Or if it's nonfiction, right? Like a memoir, or, you know, like some celebrity or politician or whatever, it's their story.
Oh, I can see that, yeah.
And so like a ghostwriter helps them with it, then their name's on it. I feel like otherwise, at least in the video, at least for middle grade and the kids fiction stuff she's done ghostwriting, I kind of think in the video she said you never really get your name on it.
She did say that.
You have to be okay with that, because I feel like she touched on the rights too, like that you don't really have any, at least in her contracts, there's no claim to rights for foreign rights or film. I think.
And she said that there was this one series that she said that there was this one
series for this guy. It's not going to be made into a movie.
She did say that there was this one series that they put her name on. That they did put her name on.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. The you're right. The Olympic.
Yeah,
Olympic. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
the Olympic.
But she didn't ask for that. They put her name on there because they wanted to give her the credit.
Right. So I would just say I think the standard is kind of like what Tiffany's saying. Like once you write it, it's like it's gone.
Eva, this one, because I thought of this too, because I was like when I first applied for it, I was like, what if I write this epic, amazing story and then I lose all of my stuff or I don't want to turn it in. But like
if you make the next HP, I mean, you don't know, or the next, we'll say the next Twilight, because Twilight was not well written. I mean, but people loved it.
I didn't read the book. I just watched the
came back again 20 years later.
I think the thing with me is that
like an STD.
I like, number one, he pays me what I consider pretty well for what it is that I'm writing. Number two, like I said, because of the content that he wants in the story, I don't see it becoming the next Harry Potter or even Twilight. Because there are certain
tropes.
No, we had that trope discussion, and I'm not writing those. There was some stuff that he came back and he asked me about writing, and I was like,
I'm sorry.
No.
Rewind that.
Right? I'm like, what?
That little Peter.
Okay, I'll put it this way: the stuff that I'm writing is a little bit closer to 50 Shades of Grey than Twilight.
Okay,
like handcuffs.
There were some.
Fabulous, but not well.
Well, I know they made 50 Shades of Grey movie, and they really shouldn't.
But
I mean,
I still haven't seen 50 Shades of Grey. Okay, still have not seen the movie.
You're good.
That is so true, Eva. That is so true and sad, but true.
But I think the thing, he came back and he pulled his audience, and some of the things that they wanted are not things I'm comfortable writing into any type of sexy time scene that I ever do. And I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. And he was very understanding, because he actually gave me a compliment. He was like, you know what, if it were going to take away from the characters that you've developed, I'd rather have the characters you developed than have that. He's like, because that, from what I'm hearing from my readers, is what they're connecting to. So I was like, cool. But yeah, I don't see it becoming the next 50 Shades of Grey either.
Okay.
And in all fairness, I haven't turned in,
and I'll
like, in all fairness, if I wanted to, because he has no idea what this story is, technically I could keep this story and rewrite something else. It's not due till Monday. Rewrite something else and send it to him.
That worldwide writer on to rewrite something for him.
15,000 words. Don't tempt her; she'll do it.
No, I'm not going to do it.
I mean, but if you really like this story, he doesn't know it exists yet. So,
but here's the thing: I've already got a sister companion story idea off of it that I think I'd rather write for me personally than what I'm turning him in
story
and what I'm giving him.
Yeah, how would that work?
Because it's a companion story, so
it's not okay. Here it is. When he first originally came to me about witches, I already had. Well, actually, when he first came to me, it was something totally different, but it was around magic, and so I had already started working on an idea for that. And then when he came with this one, I was like, oh, well, what I have an idea for doesn't work with that. And so I was like, huh. And so I actually went back and found a writing prompt and built a whole story off of that.
15,000 words.
Well, actually, I built a whole series off of that. So by the time it's done, it's going to be closer to like 70,000.
Oh, my goodness. Go ahead, Tiffany.
So can
but
you
for real though, in all fair, it was not just me. Like, I feel like this story came together because of Barrett, because of Morgan, and because of my younger cousin, who like seriously sat there and worked a bunch of magic ideas with me. And I mean, he would like walk away and then he'd come back and he'd be like, but what if this happened? And then he'd go away and then he'd come back, he'd like, and I think you could do this.
That's how good stories are made, asking all those questions.
Yeah, we had all kinds of great fun while I was in Colorado. And so, like, I think that's why this one made its way to where it did.
Yeah. I also think you were meant to write witchy stories. Like I told you,
I will admit, I am having fun. I've never written a witchy story.
But I told you that world building is like limitless. Like it's the magic system is whatever you want to make it. And that is, there is something about that just gets me giddy just thinking about it.
I know. It's so much fun.
And see, I think that's why you guys helped, is because Barrett has written magic, Morgan has written magic. The story that my cousin is considering writing, if he ever decides.
Barrett is excited.
Is magic. And so
is that the story that I got a little tidbit about?
Yes.
I am so excited for the story.
Okay, I feel like I need to read this story.
Well, no, she's talking about my cousin's story. My cousin and his brother have an idea that they've been working on for apparently 6 years of a comic story idea that he's like, we just don't know where to start it. And so that's what we kind of did. We brainstormed my story, but we also brainstormed his story. And they aren't sure how, like, they have it kind of put together, but they have it kind of, everything's written in one Google document. And so Nia very kindly met with us and showed them how she organizes her outlines. And it was like, ooh, and it helped so much.
I feel like this could also maybe be true in the advice for my friends and their husband lovers sometimes.
Gwynna, what about you and your multifaceted creative hustle, side hustles?
Oh, I forgot that's what we were talking about. Right over my head. Let me circle back to my thoughts on that. I go to trade school. So, I specifically chose a trade that would force me to get out of my house, to use my body, to be interactive with people, right? I chose massage for those things. It helps me feel fulfilled as a person, right? But I also chose it because it's something that I will be able to support myself on at a minimum level part-time. Once I get my license, I go to a school that is renowned enough and I have enough connections in the industry that I will not need to work more than 20 hours a week to be able to provide a base level for myself, which gives me time to do things I really want to do, with like content creation. I want to do different muscle stretches, different stretching techniques on YouTube. I want to do some ASMR reflexology for like foot and hand and ear and stuff like that. And then also I want to be on AuthorTube, you know, so I've got a bunch of different stuff coming and going. I really want to pursue my writing 40 hours a week, but reserve 20 hours a week to be in a more interactive, hands-on field that is, it helps me feel like I'm helping people. Massage therapy is one of those things that, you know, you lay your hands on people and they walk out just grinning ear to ear, you know, and you've made a distinct difference in that person's day, if not their life.
Yeah, totally.
Here's a fun fact. I've never had a massage by a human being. I've had the massage chair at Planet Fitness.
Oh, okay. Where is this going? Okay.
What is
because
that's a whole different. Wait a minute. Let me take some notes. What's that story?
I said it like that because when I had first had the massage chair experience at Planet Fitness, they were like, "Oh, you've never had a massage by an actual person?" Because I was like raving about how good the massage chair felt. They was like, "Oh, you should try having one by an actual person."
Yes, ma'am, you should. But go to a licensed professional.
I can't. That's just something I can't. That's not in the budget. The way my bank account is set up.
Massage is is one of those fields where it often gets confused because it's body work. It gets confused with sex work.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with sex work whatsoever, but massage is a part of healthcare, and it really should have more of a place in our conceptions of how we care for ourselves as human beings. So
you can always look, like there's some places that they either run specials for the holidays or they have coupons online that you could use to bring that price down some.
Yeah, you shouldn't look at it as like a spa treatment. You should look at it as this is necessary for my body's health kind of thing.
And you'll thank yourself. And do check their license. All I'm going to say real quick is check their license. Ricky, when we were getting engaged, did not. And we definitely ended up somewhere where I'm pretty sure that most of the people there were trafficked. So I will tell you that not until you get in those situations and look around and go, wow, this is odd. And then you look at Ricky, go, you checked this out, right? And he's like, yeah, sure. I read reviews. And I'm like, I'm going to kill you later. And you don't want to end up in that situation. Trust me.
Yes, some of my first videos are actually going to be on stretches for writerly health. So for neck, shoulders, wrist, hands.
We need
what I was going to say about this comment is we used to have, I don't know if anyone in the chat remembers, there was an AuthorTube channel. I don't know if her channel still exists, but Austin K or something like that, where she used to start all of her streams with wrist exercises, and she used to do the wrist exercises on the breaks. I don't know, Nia, do you remember her streams? Did you ever? Nia, you're muted.
Yeah, I think I remember that too, where everyone would start with wrist exercises.
Right, and I don't know what happened to her.
Because I need it now.
Right, I don't know. I don't know where she went, but
I'm sorry.
Her streams.
Can we take a pause real quick? Because Barrett, I'm sorry, on your last vlog, sir, this video of you reaching up to type. Are you okay?
Yes.
Do I need to send you a keyboard? That's not ergonomic, baby. You're gonna hurt yourself.
It's the only way I can type without my wrists hurting is at that angle.
Oh, you don't have to bend them. Oh yeah, I could see that.
So I have to have them straight, or else it'll. Especially when I'm inflamed, I can't wear my rings right now because I'm so swollen right now. So when I'm really swollen, then I just have to stay as straight
as possible is what you should be. But that I was just like,
and
the
actually,
hold up.
Normally when I'm writing, that was true, and this is secrets of AuthorTube. That was only filmed for that B-roll. Otherwise, I'd be standing, and it doesn't look as awkward. You know what I mean? When my desk is in a standing position, it doesn't look as awkward. But,
I was so worried for you.
No, yeah, but no, truly, I have to type that way, or else, if I type on my flat one on the down here, after a while, it kills me. So you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So I'm glad someone else remembers. I was like, wait, I remember her, right? Monday nights, yes, Monday nights.
Monday night.
And that was the first time I had ever seen any. Like, I was like,
I love that idea.
There are exercises for the wrist.
Bring it, Gwynna.
I had no idea
it.
there was another
Gwynna.
author tuber that did that, but yeah, that was the plan.
Yeah,
Bring
Gwynna,
it.
bring it. We need that again.
We're here for it.
Okay, as you see, we're here for it.
Do this.
Oh, Desiree, that copper fit fingerless gloves, if you are ever having like chronic wrist pain or anything like that, Tiger Balm on hands in those gloves.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Tiger
for me
Balm
too.
in copper fit gloves. A+, great combination. And Copperfit is one of those brands that actually, because it's a little on the pricier side, they don't shrink and they don't expand too much. So even if as you wear them, they're not going to loosen up too much. And in the wash, they're not going to be too small for your hands. Tiger Balm is going to help with that chronic inflammation. If you don't have Tiger Balm, use BioFreeze.
I
have BioFreeze.
I had some acupuncture and it was amazing. So
acupuncture is incredible.
Acupuncture.
A lot of people don't understand acupuncturists have doctorates.
Yeah. And it's not painful. Like I kept telling people, like there's nothing painful about it. And it does so much for my inflammation. Like right now, my hands are just like sausages.
Oh, Gwen, I have so many massage questions.
I feel like
I'm here for them.
For me, it wouldn't be like actual pain. It would be like the mental idea of knowing what they're going to do.
Well, but like my dude always put on these cool little glasses and then they'd put on music and then I was in my own zone and then I never saw him. And then the only thing I'd feel is three taps for turnover.
I still would know.
I would hope that they have to go to school for that because that's
it feels
scary.
It kind of scares me because I go to a 750 hour trade program to become a licensed massage therapist, and some states are only requiring 500. And now 500 hours into my program, I'm like, what? Only 500? So you should, in addition to looking up your state's licensing requirements, you should, double check.
Same. I'm ready for my go-go juice next week on Monday, Morgan, which will make
this next week
much better. Monday, yes, and this will be so.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of wrist pain. I do have a brace. It would probably help if I wore it.
That would be my thing. Is I would forget to wear it when I needed to do other things that required me to use my wrist, and then that's when I would hurt it more, vacuuming or like I need to pick something up. I'm like, oh, I should have had my brace on.
It feels so weird writing. It feels so constricted, which I know is the point.
That's
but
the point.
It just takes some getting used to writing with the brace on, which is why I tend to forget to put it on.
Yeah, and my thing is that I try to force myself to bend my hand, so it tends to hurt right here because I'm doing what I'm not supposed to. I'm like trying to bend my wrist, and it's like, yeah, no, you're not going to do that. I'm like, ow, okay.
Right.
I'll be
I'm going to take the tip on the copper fit though, because I use those. This is so old man. I use their socks. So
not old man. It's necessary.
Whenever my swelling in my ankles gets bad, I pull out
so BioFreeze can be, because I use BioFreeze for like my knees, but it can be used on the wrist. Like you can.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, wow.
It's a topical anesthetic. So what it's going to do is it's going to create in your nerves a similar feeling to ice, which is going to help constrict those blood vessels and decrease nerve sensations of pain, which is going to allow your body to help process inflammation.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's why I go to school.
This is good to know. I love this information. Oh my gosh, thank you.
All this in my noggin.
Life changing. Life changing.
Cheers. I pay thousands of dollars for this.
That's right. Student loans, baby.
It's so appreciated. It's so appreciated. Ooh, okay.
Not when you're still paying them 20 some years later and you didn't even get that degree. I'm just saying.
See, Ricky and I keep saying we may be paying them.
Talk about another spicy topic at the industry.
We may be paying them.
Listen, still paying for that bachelor's degree I never finished.
Sorry.
I ended up having to do double associates because we moved with the military and there wasn't a university close enough for me to get finished to get a technical bachelor's degree. Like, so I have 2 associates. I'm just like, so many credits, no bachelor's degree. That's fine. My kids are like, just go back to the university because they do send me a thing regularly to come back. They're like, just go back and take those last 2. I'm like, I'm not paying any more money unless I have to.
Exactly.
Sounds like we all got multiple streams of income that we could be
leaning into.
I also would love to do, if I had the proper software. YouTube helped me realize I actually like video editing, which Barrett found hilarious. I thought you laughed at me when I said I like video editing.
No, I said what I said about video editing at the time was I was learning this new software, which I hated, which was Final Cut Pro. So going from the one I knew, iMovie, to Final Cut Pro, I said editing is now like the bane of my existence. But the only part of video content creation I like is the editing, is to see what you can create. You know what I mean? Like to put all the clips in and then be like, oh, I can tell a story out of this. Like that's always fun.
I used to love music editing, and I thought that video editing would be the same as music editing, but it's just not. Like I would blend the music and just have the overlaying. I'm like, this is so cool, and I don't know why I don't get that same joy from videos. I wish I did.
To pick you guys' brains, what editing software do each of you use? For me, launching my
I just use the one that comes with my computer. It's nothing fancy. Barrett is the fancy one here.
I don't know about fancy. I had iMovie, which came with my Mac, and I used that for the first 2 years. It was wonderful. Worked fine. When I felt like I was limited with it, mostly that was about moving titles around and having freedom to like do more overlay kind of stuff and color grading. When I bought the new Mac, and when I say when my husband bought me the new Mac, we put Final Cut Pro on it. So, which was like a $200 investment, but it just sort of like, oh, that's funny. I like the editing part. So Final Cut I like because it's organized very similarly to iMovie, and a lot of the keystroke commands are the same. So the learning curve, although JC caught me the night I was using it for the first time ever, and I was like, I hate it. I'm going to throw this out the window. Now,
not happy.
I get it and like it. So I swear by Final Cut, but I've heard people say good things about all of them, you know, Premiere Pro and all of them. So
yeah, I just bought one of them a couple months ago, tried it for like one day and was like, I don't have time for this. But I used the one that comes on either the one that comes on my iPad, the iMovie, or I use the one that comes on my older laptop, the one right here. My new laptop didn't come with anything, so I'm very salty about that. But I have the new program on my new laptop. I just haven't had time to delve into it. Once I have time, though, that is something, because like Barrett said, there's things artistically that I want my videos to do that I feel very limited. But just to straightforward make a video, both of them, the iPad, the iMovie, and then the one that's on my older laptop. It's like just a video editor.
Yeah, I just have the video editor that comes with my computer.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Now there used to be another video editor from like Windows before that was fantastic. And I feel like they took, I think it was a Movie Maker. Had so many things you could change, like you could make it animated, like you could do so much stuff. And I feel like they took it all away so that you could pay for it.
Yeah.
That's honestly what I feel like. Yeah. And the way I struggled to get my old laptop to work, I'm like, can I take it off of my old laptop from like 10 years ago? I'm like, can I take this off of my old laptop and put it on my new? I'm like, no, you can't.
I know.
My cousin has encouraged me to learn Premiere Pro.
It's popular. My friends
I'm an Adobe girl, photography.
Yeah, I know.
And so
I think I might have Adobe.
I had taken a class for it, and the guy, how to explain it to my cousin, he kind of talked like this. He was explaining how the
so boring
worked. And not only that, but he was like pompous at the same time. So it made me feel like I could never learn it. And then my cousin was like, what? And we like watched a few videos, and he has inspired me to move past the dude who was monotone and rude and learn the program. He's like, because I feel like it would be easier for you than it was for me when I took the class, because he's still in college. He graduates next year.
Yeah.
He's like, because you use Photoshop and Lightroom and
Right.
Illustrator, and you understand all of Adobe's products. He's like, I feel like you would get it and be fine.
Yeah.
I still I'm scared to download.
The
I think
fun thing does hold on.
I-
I was going to tell Des the fun thing, and I don't know if Barrett knows this, but our library downtown has all of the Adobe suites, and you can just go check it out.
I know. You just have to be able to be around humans. I know.
There's only 4 computers in there. You can't. There's not.
My library doesn't have the Adobe suite.
If Tiffany wants to teach, the St. Louis library is amazing. I'm going to give them props that our library system is awesome. So is our park system. But Tiffany, I will, if you'll teach me, I will totally go and learn it. Like 100%.
Okay. I've got some upsetting spaghetti about that. I'm jealous.
Well, don't be, because the county is trying to cut all of our services and say that we're the problem in the world. Well, actually, I'm in the county now, so what am I talking about? But those city folk are ruining this area, and I think they're full of shit. JC, what were you saying? We interrupted you. We cut you off.
I'm sorry.
We did.
It's fine. It doesn't matter. If anyone else has anything they want to share,
we're about to hit hour 3, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to.
Are we going to do another sprint? Loki's now playing up down, up down.
Riley's gonna play poop on the floor if I don't or dinner.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna wrap it up. I'm sorry, Nia. I'm sorry.
We can do a sprint. We can do something, but I gotta get the up downs out of this dog system.
Okay.
He's like, I'm down. I'm up.
Well, if I don't know, how does everyone else feel? Like
I got to make dinner myself.
Yeah, I was getting ready to wrap.
Yeah,
So
we'll close. Yeah.
Go ahead and do their outros.
My name is Gwynna. I'm at Gwynna the Winna. You can follow me here or on Instagram. I don't have any content yet, but it all comes in July, so stay tuned.
All right, and I am Nia, the Vixen of Fiction. I'm here on YouTube. I host AuthorTubers React. Barrett is one of my co-hosts. We'll be doing that on the 25th. We'll be talking about some similar things as we talked about today, and we have some fun topics too. And I host a writer's wrap-up at the end of the month. So if you have something that just came out or that's getting ready to happen and you want to come on there, it's all about just writers supporting writers, and we call it Chatty Sprints. We try to get at least 2 in. So we'll be doing that on the 1st of July. And then I also host Scripting the Book, which I absolutely love. We have such a great time. I love talking about adaptations. So if you ever want to join for that, please let me know. We're doing Clueless on the 31st next month.
Oh, I love that.
And Emma, Clueless and Emma.
I love that.
That's a book?
Yeah, well, Clueless.
Emma is the book. Emma is the book. Clueless is a very loose adaptation from modern adaptation of Emma.
Yeah. I love that.
Morgan, I am so proud of you. I can't even stand it. Way to go. Keep crushing it. Jenna Gordon, we can loop in some OKC people for a St. Louis play date someday. We'll figure it out. That's all that needs to happen there. Yeah, I'm Barrett. Hi. Over my channel, I talk about my journey to traditional publishing, host Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month, yada, yada, yada. Rewind to the beginning. I did it much better there. This was fun. Thank you for having me, JC. I always love this discussion. It always goes somewhere it's not supposed to go, which I live for.
It's so good every time.
Isn't it? Every time. It's like, oh, so good. All right, Tiffany.
I really had planned on getting 3 sprints in here. I swear I did.
It's writing. It's all writing.
This gives us
Margaret's going to be joining us. We're going to try and get some things together since we're doing Jane Austen July. So we're going to try and get some things together. So hopefully we'll be able to do that. I'm super excited.
Oh, I love it. It'll be fun.
That's lots of fun. Yes.
Same. Love you, Jenna.
Tiffany.
Esther, everybody, all the crew, Nick, Shay, Margaret.
Spicy tangents.
Oh, Esther, I'll talk to you later. Probably a slip in your messages or something about Kindle Vella. I would love to pick your thoughts.
Slip into her DMs.
Yeah, true, Savion. It was a light week. Well, unless you missed the part about James Patterson where we thought Jay-Z was going to kill us.
Oh no, I'm
just
not going to kill anyone. I totally agree that what he said. I didn't like what he said.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So all I'll say is I won't completely write him off yet for your sake, JC, but I will be watching because once you do the thing, you can apologize, but now I'm watching you. So proof is in the pudding, buddy. We'll see.
And keep a good eye on him.
For a good eye, as if she has the bad ones. Let me say.
That's what my great grandmother used to always say. She was gonna keep her good eye on us because we knew she was blind in one eye and couldn't see out the other. We never really knew which one was the good eye.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't gonna tell you
that part, because we were all like, "Oh, she's gonna kill us over James Patterson. We're all gonna wake up with a horse in our bed over James Patterson."
I was mad, really, because
I was like, "This old white guy in Palm Beach is gonna be the reason we're all dead."
It's just I hate cancel culture. That's all. I
don't believe in cancel culture either.
And I'm a big believer in separating the art from the.
Yeah.
I don't have to like you for you to be a good writer and me to read your stuff. You know, that's just Tiffany.
Yeah, but if I don't like you, I'm less likely to read your stuff. If you're just a terrible person,
great. His books are great. I'm sorry.
We'll get out of here eventually.
Eventually.
Hey, Tiffany, what do you do?
Hey, Tiffany, hey.
I'm not getting in the middle of that James Patterson conversation.
He's not taking it for our time.
Barrett,
he ducked out. He ducked.
Did he duck? I think he literally ducked out.
Did he duck or did he fall again?
Oh my god!
The lights are out and everything.
I believe in consequences.
Barrett, are you okay?
Not
Tiffany, do you need to go check on Barrett? Do we need to send Tiffany? Are you okay?
I got scared again. I saw the look and I was like, "Oh god,
what look?"
I'm gonna call it your James Patterson eye.
Hey, I don't care if nobody. Look, I was reading on Twitter and everybody was like, "Oh, I'm giving away my books." I'm like, "Can you send them to me?" Because got a whole shelf waiting. Like, just there's so many of them that I don't have. Let's send them here. I don't care if nobody reads them. Send them to me. I'll read them. Oh, boy,
we try.
Did you turn the light off?
Yes, I turned off my studio lights. Yes.
Oh,
no, we're getting to my natural lighting.
James Patterson.
I definitely read that as World War Number 4 over the James Patterson issue. That's definitely
it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
So Tiff, where can we find you?
Really, Barrett? Really?
My cheeks are hurting already, guys.
Bye, y'all.
Like, I'm gonna get this outro out at some point.
Tiffany has a podcast and
tomorrow on PJs and Scribbles. That's all I got.
PJs and Scribbles tomorrow. She has the Great Life. It's the Great Life podcast, right? The Great Life.
This Great Life.
This Great Life podcast. Yes.
See, I wanted to get it right. This Great Life. She has her stuff on KoFi. You need to support her on KoFi and follow her. What else you got, Tiffany?
Air conditioning.
Eyeball, actually.
You have air conditioning today?
I do, and it's still 77 degrees in my house.
It's just hot. It's 100 degrees here, y'all. It's right now.
My AC is not even working right now because my maintenance people didn't come fix it yet.
Oh no.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, what?
So the maintenance guy came on Monday, said he needed a part, said he'd be back Tuesday. Did not come back Tuesday. Called today. They said they had to get a new HVAC guy to come out because the guy blanked on everyone yesterday that he was supposed to come back for.
Oh,
and they said they would send the guy out. They did not send the guy out. So
where I'm from, AC is emergency maintenance, and if they don't come when you call, they get sued.
Well,
the heat wave.
Yeah,
it's not like blaringly hot yet. So, right now it's okay.
Like where we live, people have extra ACs like in their garage or in their shed in case of emergency if your AC unit breaks, because it's that serious. It is so hot and humid, you will feel like you can't breathe.
You see, I'm not in those states.
As one non-AC to another.
I mean, it's only really hot. Cool. If I thank God I didn't have to cook tonight. I'm just heating up dinner that was fixed yesterday. So I don't have to turn the oven on. That's when it's real bad. But
oh dear.
Yeah. As one person who's been without AC, I completely understand and send you lots of air if I could.
See, Esther lives with
Esther, baby.
But do you live in a place where that's conducive? If for me, I'd be like, as long as it's conducive. It's colder in my house than I need it to be because of the rest of them. I'm not as bad as Tiffany's dad, but I don't need it to be this cold in the house.
I know. I went to Starbucks today and almost needed a jacket. I was like, "Oh, this is so cool!"
Like this is what cold air feels like.
I worry about y'all.
Chilly in there. I was like, "Wow."
I worry about us too, Gwynna. I worry about us too. Oh gosh.
Although
I want to say that Esther lives in. I don't know if she lives in Puerto Rico or I'm not entirely sure. Where do you live, Esther? I don't want to be wrong.
Morgan,
my car doesn't have air either, though. So maybe
my husband agreed with Morgan.
I was able to handle the house.
Yeah. Okay. That said, I'm from Puerto Rico, so it hasn't always been a need. In a few years, it would be.
Okay.
So she's in Puerto Rico. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to be on them tomorrow because I think it's supposed to get hotter as the weekend approaches. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, y'all need to fix this because I'm not about this hot life. I don't like the heat.
I think we're approaching 100 this weekend or the beginning of next week, something like that.
We're supposed to hit 100 over the weekend here, and I will be spending my weekend inside.
Right. Okay. So, because I keep forgetting that we're supposed to be ending this.
We should go.
Barrett went to take Briley out. He's already checked out and left the building. Okay, so I'm so glad you all joined us here for the chaos that is us. We'll see you back next Wednesday. Have a great night and enjoy the rest of your week, everyone. Bye.